to you all, the brave never fall. I will challenge you as we go down the home stretch of the first phase of the Brave Never Fall podcast, the first 100, where we got over the mountain and we're going to go into the second phase and face the volcano, that take time to appreciate each day. Yes, it's okay to be hard on yourself. It's okay to challenge yourself, to harden your strands. I always say my strands are the strands of my armor. Every piece of knowledge that I get, every time I overcome something, every small victory creates a strand. And those strands interweave in like a web of armor around me. And at any point in time, I could use those strands to help me in any situation. And the only way you can get a strand is by increasing who you are, evolving and adapting who you are. But you do need to take time each day, to focus on what's not only important for your growth, for your adaptation, for your evolution as a person, but also to make sure that you're appreciating everything that's around you. And that's including people. Because I think oftentimes when we get into this cycle of trying to better ourselves, we forget about people who are important to us. And I think it's extremely important that you never, ever do that. It has to be a focal point just like anything else. But I also would challenge you to not make that focal point on people who don't deserve it, on things that don't deserve it, on places that don't deserve your full attention. If you've reached a point where you want better for your life, you have every right to ask that of yourself and go out and get it, and expect that from people who know better if they want to be in your life. There are people who are going to want to attach to you once you start to get a level of success and you start overcoming things. They can either run away from you, believing that who you are is something that brings out the worst in them because they start seeing all their flaws. So they can't handle the fact that you're able to go beyond who you are and get success and obtain things that they probably, in a lot of cases, never even realized they wanted. But they see you doing things. They see you discovering things about yourself that they will never get. And then resentment starts to boil over, and then these people start to become toxic versions of what they should never be in your life. They may have been non-toxic in the past, but at any point in time, just like anything that happens in any day, anything can happen. Which is why when you get through a full day and you feel like you accomplished everything that you want to accomplish, and maybe even surprise yourself in certain areas of your development throughout that day, and you accomplish your goals, you should take time to reflect and think about what you accomplished, as well as prep for the next day so you can continue that momentum of positivity. You're going to have days where you feel like shit, where you feel like nothing went right, where you felt like you could have done everything better, where if you were a weaker, lesser person of who you are, you might classify that day as a failure. And if you get too many of those failures strung together, you might classify yourself as a failure, but you're not going to do that. What you're going to do is put things in perspective at all times. Keep things in perspective. It doesn't matter if you jot it down every day in a journal, if you tell someone about it, if you record something like this, a podcast, or you have social media posts that you put up and you have other people see. It's called accountability. You can hold yourself accountable for whatever you do throughout each day. Do whatever it takes for you not to believe that you're a failure, especially if you're putting in the effort and things aren't just happening the way you believe that they should or they could. That doesn't mean that it won't happen. Eventually, if you work hard enough, you'll go well beyond whatever it is you were trying to obtain. I've seen that firsthand. I've seen it in others. I've seen people who make excuses over and over and over again, turn that corner and start doing things that even surprise me. When you think you know someone, that's why I don't judge people like that, because you can always get to a point where you think you know someone and this person will surprise you. They'll surprise you in ways you never thought you could be surprised by a person. And then it reminds you that of course that could happen, because I know that I'm capable of surprising somebody at any point in time, because there's no way for everyone, even if they're attached to the hip to you, close to you, they don't know everything about you. And if you can surprise yourself by overcoming things, just think about how surprised other people will be when you do those things. If you can surprise yourself and unexpectedly have a day where you just have your mind blown about what you accomplished, just think about what other people would think about that. Not that their opinion matters to the point where you should be basing what you do every day on everyone else's opinion of you and their judgment of you. Of course not. What this means is that you're appreciating the feedback that you get from people that you hold in high esteem, in high regard, people you respect, mentors, loved ones, spouses, your children, people in your community that you look up to, co-workers that you look up to, your bosses that you look up to, anyone that you look up to, even people you've never met that are influencing or inspiring to you. Those are the people that you should appreciate the feedback from. Even if they don't always tell you that, you can tell by their actions. It's just a little nugget to get you through each day, because we all need those little nuggets of positivity. There has to be something in your life that you can say each day, can't wait to show this with this person. Can't wait to do this at this place. Or I can't wait to do whatever it is that makes me feel like I've earned what I'm going to get at the end of the day after I've worked my ass off. You deserve that. And you should appreciate why that happened. The worst thing you can do is go through each day and let the grind kick into place, and you never ever appreciate what you've done. You have to take a step back and say, wow, look at all my accomplishments. And when you string those together like that, man, does that make a big difference. Because once you start getting those things in place, you start understanding there are certain things you do every day that you don't even have to think about anymore. And it's all positive. It's all positive stuff, and it's just embedded in you. And it would take a whole bunch of crazy, crazy stuff to make you go backwards once you get to that state. But that motivation that's built into doing that comes from that appreciation of knowing, if it feels this good, I can't wait to get to whatever point I'm trying to get to next. I can't wait to get there so I can see what else I can appreciate from those days, from those new challenges, from this new version of myself, from all the new friends I'm going to make, from all the new places I'm going to visit, from all the new things I'm going to get. When you wake up in the morning, you should be grateful that you are even awake. When you go to bed at night, you should be grateful that you're able to close your eyes and sleep and dream. That's called appreciation. Everything in between that, you should be appreciative of it. Everything that I can accomplish, I am so grateful I'm able to even actually do it. Sometimes it's easy to get into this mode of confidence that you get for yourself, and you're just like, you're on the grind, you're like, I'm just pushing through it. I'm hard-nosed. I can get through this. I can put my head down like a rhino and just crush through this wall. But when do you take time to just step back, breathe, focus, and appreciate? Appreciate everything that you have. That's where the true essence of being a human being starts to come into play, because it's just like emotion. When you could run the whole rainbow of emotion in a day, it's the same for when I get to the appreciation part of it. There's the other side of it. That's me grinding things out, going hard, being damn near a machine to get whatever it is I need to get done. I talked about it in a previous podcast, having that machine mindset. Machines don't always appreciate anything, obviously, because they're just too busy working. You have to know when to shut it off, shut it down, take time to reflect, but also take time to appreciate not only who you are, but everything that's around you that is high value, that is helping you get to that point in the first place. Things that are helping you get over these humps, help you get over these challenges. The people that are in your life that are going to come and go out of your life, and all the things that you obtained, all your memories, all the successes, all the failures. Appreciate the failures just as much as you appreciate the successes. They all come hand in hand. When you conquer a goal, look at all of it, but also appreciate all of it. You never know when you're going to get another moment to actually overcome anything in life. Nothing's guaranteed to you, which is why appreciation is so great. It's your way of saying thank you to the universe, to each day. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It's your way of saying thank you. I do it every day. I'm so grateful when I get through a full day and I accomplish what I accomplish. I'm grateful because I had lived another day in this world and I got stuff done. I was proud of what I did, proud of who I am. I continue to grow and to adapt. And if I made any mistakes, okay, I made the mistakes. Tomorrow, if I'm lucky enough to wake up that next day and appreciate that next morning, I have another shot at it. You have to be grateful for who you are and for your life. You have to understand that your life is not some cosmic mistake. But that doesn't mean you can't appreciate everything that comes into being who you are, because you are connected to everything around you. You are free, but you're also connected. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people in this world who don't have the greatest connections in the world. They're connected to things that are taken away from their dreams and taken away from their lives and taken away from their hopes and their purpose. It's distracting them from everything that they could be. Their essence has been stripped every day by outside forces they cannot control, and they have no control over that. Nothing they will ever be able to do will change their outcome. They are stuck in a vortex of shit. And yet I see every day when I wake up people who don't appreciate what's around them. They don't appreciate the people around them. They take them for granted, and they think that everything is always going to be fine. Mentally, that is a very, very dangerous place to get to, especially if you are any form of success, especially if you have everything right where you want it, and you just assume it's always going to be there. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to keep it. You just get to wake up every morning and it's always going to be there. You're always going to have perfect health. You're always going to have the perfect house, the perfect relationship, perfect job. It's always going to be there no matter what. You start losing sight of the fact that these things that are around you can go away at a blink of an eye. You know, people that you think that are going to be there for you forever could walk away whenever they want. They have their own lives to live. What you may find important to them and high value to them may not be the same case when they look at you. Which is why you have to continue to work on yourself as a person, continue raising your value so you can keep the highest quality value people, places, and things in your life. If you appreciate these things daily and you say, I'm grateful for everything I have in my life, you won't have a problem with that. It's the people who are not grateful, who are internally ungrateful at times, and selfish and manipulative and narcissistic, toxic people who are only looking out for themselves, and they can give a damn who they run over to get whatever it is they want, so they can feel the appreciation only for themselves and what they've accomplished. They don't give a damn about anyone else in their life. And I don't want to be one of those people, and I don't want to be around people like that. You have the opportunity each day when you wake up to make of that day whatever it is you want. You can look in the past and say thank you for everything that I've had happen to me, good and bad, because it's made me the person I am in this moment. And in this moment, I control who I am and my destiny, and I can link this moment to the next. I can look far in the future, sure, but I can't see the unknown. Can't see all the unpredictable variables that are going to happen inevitably. No matter what I do, I'm going to end up at that crossroads. I have to be prepared to make the best decisions possible going forward on a path I do not know how it's going to play out. You have to, through intuition, trust that you are always going to make the best decision. And I find that when you stay in the moment and you're always appreciating that you have options and that you have people around you that you can trust, it's a great, great place to be. It's a place that does not have a value on it price-wise. You can't buy this shit. This is stuff through life, through trials and challenges and heartbreak and all the disappointments in life got you to this place. It wasn't only the good things that got you here in this moment. It wasn't only the bad. It's all of it that got you here. And you have to understand that it's a mirror. Going forward, all those things are going to go forward. You are not done with mistakes and failures by any measure. You are not done with victories and celebrations by any measure. You have to accept that. Can't just say you want to focus on the celebrations and the successes and think that failures and disappointments aren't going to happen. They're going to happen. They're going to happen big on both sides, just like they did before you got to this moment. The only difference is you've already been through almost everything you possibly could go through, and you're prepared for this next round. this next task, this volcano in front of you that's erupting. It's time to climb it. And when it's time to go and proceed forward, the worst thing you can do is step back and say, I have no reason to do it. You have all the reason. Appreciate everything that's around you. Understand that everything around you and the appreciation of it makes up your purpose, makes up who you are, and allows you to grow and adapt. The more you focus on what's important to you, that raises your value. You don't underestimate your life in each day and the time you have here. And you're going to make the most of it without even thinking of it. And if no one has told you this today, I love you. You deserve to hear that. Salute to you all. The brave never fall.